Introduction to Idealism, Exploring the Power of Mind and Consciousness. Hello sweet God Candy, and welcome to this video in our Wisdom Lecture series. In this video we will discuss idealism. Kick back and relax and listen with an open mind. Idealism is a profound philosophical perspective that challenges our understanding of reality by placing the mind and consciousness at the center of existence. It suggests that the material world and our perception of it are fundamentally shaped by our thoughts, ideas, and subjective experiences. Idealism offers a unique lens through which we can explore the nature of knowledge, the relationship between mind and matter, and the interconnectedness of all things. At its core, idealism proposes that reality is rooted in consciousness. It asserts that the mind plays a pivotal role in constructing and interpreting the world we perceive. Rather than considering the external world as an independent entity, idealism suggests that our experience of the world is a product of our individual and collective consciousness. Idealism challenges the dichotomy between mind and matter, suggesting that they are deeply intertwined. It posits that the physical world we encounter is, in essence, a manifestation of our mental constructs. By emphasizing the subjective nature of reality, idealism invites us to question the assumptions we make about the existence of an external world beyond our perceptions. Through idealism, we delve into the power of concepts and ideas. It highlights that the concepts we form in our minds, such as space, time, causality, and objects, play a fundamental role in shaping our understanding of reality. Idealism encourages us to examine the ways in which our mental frameworks influence our interpretations of the world and the limits they may impose on our perception. Moreover, idealism often emphasizes the unity and interconnectedness of all things. It invites us to contemplate the profound interplay between individuals, the external world, and consciousness itself. By recognizing the interdependent nature of our existence, idealism fosters a holistic perspective that encourages us to explore the broader implications of our thoughts and actions. Throughout history, various philosophers have contributed to the development of idealistic thought. Plato's exploration of forms or ideas, Immanuel Kant's transcendental idealism, and Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel's absolute idealism are notable examples that have shaped the trajectory of idealistic philosophy. As we embark on an exploration of idealism, we open ourselves to new possibilities. We engage in a philosophical journey that challenges our assumptions, expands our understanding of the mind's role in shaping reality, and prompts us to contemplate the profound relationship between consciousness and the world we experience. Idealism invites us to perceive the power and potential within our own minds and to question the boundaries that delineate the realm of our existence. Idealism is a philosophical perspective that asserts that reality is fundamentally grounded in the mind or consciousness. It posits that the material world and everything we perceive are ultimately products of our thoughts, ideas, and perceptions. Idealism stands in contrast to philosophies such as materialism, which assert that the physical world is the primary reality and that consciousness arises from material processes. The core beliefs of idealism can vary among different philosophical traditions and thinkers. However, there are a few common themes and ideas that are typically associated with this perspective. Primacy of consciousness. Idealism holds that consciousness or mind is the foundation of reality. It suggests that all existence and phenomena, including the physical world, are dependent on and arise from consciousness. Subjective nature of reality. Idealism emphasizes the subjective nature of reality. It argues that the external world is a construct within our minds and that our perceptions, thoughts, and experiences shape our understanding of reality. Non-dualistic view. Idealism often rejects the notion of a dualistic separation between mind and matter. Instead, it suggests that mind and matter are intertwined and interconnected, with mind playing a fundamental role in shaping and giving meaning to the material world. Conceptual nature of reality. Idealism posits that concepts and ideas play a central role in the creation and understanding of reality. It suggests that the concepts we form in our minds, such as space, time, causality, and objects, are integral to the construction of our experience of the world. Unity and interconnectedness. Idealism often highlights the interconnectedness and unity of all things. It proposes that there is a holistic and interdependent relationship between individuals, the external world, and consciousness itself. Idealism has been influential in various philosophical traditions throughout history. Ancient Greek philosophers like Plato explored idealistic ideas through their concepts of forms or ideas. German philosopher Immanuel Kant developed a form of idealism called transcendental idealism, which emphasized the role of the mind in structuring our experience of reality. The 19th-century German philosopher Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel developed an absolute idealism that saw the entire universe as a product of the unfolding of the Absolute Spirit. It is important to note that idealism is a complex and nuanced philosophical perspective that has been subject to various interpretations and criticisms. It continues to stimulate philosophical discourse and remains a topic of interest in contemporary philosophy of mind and metaphysics. Allow me to expand on Plato's, Kant's, and Hegel's versions of idealism. Plato's idealistic ideas. Plato, an ancient Greek philosopher, developed a form of idealism known as Platonic idealism or Platonic realism. Central to Plato's philosophy is the concept of the forms or ideas. According to Plato, the physical world that we perceive through our senses is a mere imperfect reflection or copy of the ultimate reality, the realm of the forms. For Plato, the forms are eternal, unchanging, and perfect entities that exist independently of the material world. They are the true essences or blueprints of things and concepts such as beauty, justice, goodness, and truth. The physical objects and phenomena we encounter in the world are imperfect manifestations or shadows of these forms. Plato believed that true knowledge and understanding come from contemplation of the forms through the use of reason and philosophical inquiry. Through this process, individuals can transcend the limitations of the physical world and gain insight into the timeless and universal truths represented by the forms. Immanuel Kant's transcendental idealism. Immanuel Kant, an 18th-century German philosopher, developed a philosophical framework known as transcendental idealism. Kant sought to reconcile empiricism, the belief that knowledge is derived from experience; with rationalism, the belief that reason is the primary source of knowledge. According to Kant, the human mind plays an active role in shaping our experience of reality. He argued that while we cannot know the thing in itself or the noumenal realm, the external reality independent of our perception, we can understand the world through our mental faculties and the categories of understanding that structure our experience. Kant's transcendental idealism suggests that knowledge is a product of the interaction between the mind and the sensory inputs it receives. He proposed that our sensory perceptions are organized and synthesized by the mind using innate concepts and categories, which he called the transcendental aesthetic and the transcendental logic. These mental structures filter and structure our experiences, allowing us to make sense of the world. According to Kant, the external world or phenomenal reality is a product of the interaction between the mind and the sensory inputs. It is shaped by our cognitive apparatus, and our knowledge is limited to the realm of appearances or phenomena. Hegel's absolute idealism. Georg Wilhelm Friedrich Hegel, a 19th-century German philosopher, developed a philosophical system known as absolute idealism. Hegel sought to provide a comprehensive account of reality, history, and consciousness by integrating idealistic and dialectical principles. Hegel proposed that reality is ultimately a product of the absolute spirit or the absolute idea. He believed that the universe is a dynamic and evolving process of self-realization, where the absolute spirit progressively unfolds and manifests itself through a series of dialectical stages. In Hegel's dialectical framework, ideas or concepts, theses, encounter their opposition or negation, antitheses, in a continual process of conflict and resolution. This clash of opposing forces leads to a higher synthesis, which becomes the new thesis for the subsequent stage of development. This process continues until it culminates in the absolute idea's complete self-realization and the attainment of absolute knowledge. Hegel's absolute idealism posits that the external world, human consciousness, and history are all interconnected and part of the ongoing dialectical progression of the absolute spirit. According to Hegel, the ultimate goal is the reconciliation of all contradictions and the achievement of absolute truth and freedom. Hegel's absolute idealism has had a significant impact on various areas of philosophy, including ethics, political philosophy, and the philosophy of history. His dialectical approach continues to inspire and influence philosophical and intellectual discourse to this day. In conclusion, idealism offers a thought-provoking perspective that highlights the profound influence of the mind and consciousness on our perception of reality. By placing the mind at the center of existence, idealism challenges the traditional understanding of the external world and encourages us to explore the subjective nature of our experiences. Through its emphasis on concepts, interconnectedness, and the power of consciousness, idealism invites us to question the boundaries of knowledge and encourages a deeper exploration of the profound relationship between our thoughts, perceptions, and the world we inhabit. It serves as a reminder of the inherent richness and complexity of human consciousness, urging us to embrace the power of our minds and to continually engage in the exploration of our subjective experiences. Well, my sweet God Candy, thank you for listening to this lecture about idealism. I hope you found it valuable and enriching. And as long as you've made it this far, please type #I deserve the best in the comments section. God Candy wishes you the best outcome on your spiritual path. Always remember that you are a sweet expression of God and that you deserve the best because you are the best.